Hi Shayna, how are you? What did you do today?
Mia gave us a quiz a while ago. Therefore, she will also give us a quiz tomorrow.
As you can see in this scenario, it shows inductive reasoning. She gives a correct observation that her teacher gave them a quiz, but it won't necessarily lead to a correct general conclusions because their teacher may or may not give them a quiz tomorrow because she already gave them a quiz a while ago.
Excuse me, do you know where's Janice?
All athletes are practicing at the gym. John is a basketball player. So, John is practicing at the gym. Oh, okay, thank you.
In this scenario, it shows deductive reasoning. He gives a true statement and premises and form a correct conclusion.
Shaina and Grace decided to have a review about the lesson because they have the same subject.
Hi, what are you doing?
We're watching some videos so that we can study and learn more about the topic.
Can we join?
Sure!
Good day. Our topic for today is Chapter 3, Problems, Reasons, and Solutions in Mathematics. Inductive Reasoning and Deductive Reasoning.
Our objective for today's discussions are: number 1 is to understand the inductive and deductive reasoning. Number 2 is to determine the statement for inductive and deductive reasoning. And number 3 is to compare and contrast deductive and inductive arguments.
Problem. It is a statement requiring a solution usually by means of mathematical operation or geometric construction. Problem solving. The word method means the way or techniques used to get answer, which will usually involve one or more problem-solving strategies. Problem solving is a process of an ongoing activity in which we take what we know to discover what we don't know. Mathematical reasoning refers to the ability of a person to analyze problem situation and construct logical arguments to justify the process or hypothesis to create both conceptual foundation and connection in order for him to be able to process the information.
Inductive and deductive reasoning are two fundamental forms of reasoning for mathematics. The forms of theorems and proofs that we rely on today all began with these two types of reasoning. Even today, mathematicians are actively using these two types of reasoning to discover new mathematical theorems and proofs. Believe it or not, and you yourself might be using inductive and deductive reasoning when you make assumptions about how the world works. Inductive reasoning is the approach of forming a general conclusions through the study of particular examples. Inductive conclusions are frequently referred to as conjectures because they may or may not be true.
Example: 6, 12, 18, 24. What's next? 30. Each successive number is 6 larger than preceding number. Thus, we predict that the most probable next number is in the list, 6 larger than 24, which is 30.
When you examine a list of numbers and predict the number in the list according to some pattern you have observed, you are using inductive reasoning.
Deductive reasoning is the process of reaching at a conclusion by using broad premises, principles, or guidelines.
Example, if the number is divisible by 2, then it must be even. 12 is divisible by 2, therefore 12 is an even number. Another example, if angle A and angle B is a completely angle, their sum is 90 degrees. Therefore, angle A measures 50 degrees and angle B is 40 degrees.
Deductive reasoning is an approach to logical thinking where a specific idea derived from general idea. For deductive reasoning to work, the specific idea or a statement should be correct in order for the conclusion to be true.
I have here our conceptual framework. It starts with our title, which is Chapter 3, Problems, Reasons, and Solution in Mathematics. So for the introduction, it indicates that inductive and deductive reasoning are two fundamental forms or factors of reasoning for mathematics. So for lesson 1, the inductive reasoning, it is an approach of forming a general conclusion using a particular examples or ideas. So for lesson 2, it is the deductive reasoning. It is an approach where a specific idea is derived from a general idea. So we can see the difference between the two reasoning. So for inductive reasoning, it does not prove that something is true, but it suggests that something is true. While in deductive reasoning, it can prove that something is true always. So the two reasoning always end up with a conclusion. So that's all for our lesson or discussion for today. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope that you really learned something from this discussion.